like either by color or number. It says by color, number. Number. It's great. I'm finding typos in the official Mattel website. This would be your Thanos. Ooh. You look at the picture. The movie writes itself. So Mattel, right? We had this Barbie movie.
Do you guys ever think about dying?
The Barbie movie was a success, so they're gonna start making more movies. So they're not going to just make Barbie sequels. It's kind of like the Marvel Cinematic Universe or MCU effect, where they're going to use all the different properties that they own. For example, on this Variety article, we have all these things. Record-breaking, yeah, actually, I think they've made something like $55 million within a week, so this is probably a good thing for them. Much like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, there's just the main difference is there's not an after credits scene. Like Nick Fury doesn't show up and enlist Barbie into the Avengers. That doesn't happen. They're saying that they have like 45, somewhere between 14 and 45 movies planned, but they're not interconnected in the same way that the Marvel movies are. You're not gonna have to watch Barbie in order to figure out what's happening in Thomas the Tank Engine. Pretty sure. Mattel owns a lot of brands. Here's like Barbie, Hot Wheels, Fisher-Price, Uno, Mega, Four on the Floor. I don't even know what that is. Angelina Ballerina, Apples to Apples. We got Barney the Dinosaur. Great. Big Boots. I don't even know what Big Boots is. Let's look at that. It's a Big Adventures with Matchbox. Matchbox. So this is cars? Oh. Yes, make that into a movie. That's so good. It's so good. So they go into the car. Big boots. Big boots. That's so good. So this Variety article talks about the 14 different projects that they're already working on with Mattel Films. These are going to be, because of the success of Barbie, the movie, they're going to be doing all these other movies. And like I said, they're not going to be interconnected, but they are going to exist. Let's look through them. Barney. Everybody knows Barney the Dinosaur, right? Who the fuck is that orange one? I don't recognize the orange one. Oh, man. Riff? The orange one is named Riff, probably. I'm like, everybody knows Barney, and immediately I don't know Barney lore, considering that's 25% of the primary cast. Okay, so let's look at it. The iconic purple dinosaur will inspire a live-action film that Mattel has previously described as an A24 type of surrealistic movie. What does that mean? Brenner divulges a few more details. I don't know that it's necessarily going to be darker. It's just going to be unique, more of like a Being John Malkovich or an adaptation, she says, referencing the 1999 and 2002 Spike Jonze films. But it doesn't even say that Brenner is attached anymore. It says producer is Daniel Kaluuya. It's not going to be as dark as Ted, it says. Ted wasn't necessarily dark, but it's not going to be like a bunch of dick jokes, essentially. I mean, this is Barney the Dinosaur. This is a line for like 6-year-olds, right? They're learning how to share and use their imagination. One thing I do know about Barney the Dinosaur lore, they are actually the stuffed animals. It's the children's imagination that brings them to life. I don't know how that would work, but we're gonna close out. We're gonna keep going on. Polly Pocket. So, here it is. Polly Pocket. Dark purple, my favorite color. I didn't own them, but I have played with them. They're the original micro doll. They're very small little figurines. This is very similar to Barbie in the fact that it would be character driven, and I'll get more on that later. But the thing about Polly Pocket is you have all of these folding doll houses. So like right here you have, Polly and her friend whose name I do not know. And they go on little adventures on little things. And the whole name Polly Pocket. Polly fits in your pocket. There is a script for Polly Pocket, which enthusiastically describes as a great script. First of all, there are two of my favorite ladies ever. These are Lily Collins and Lena Dunham. It's been an amazing collaboration. Lena is so collaborative and rolls up her sleeves and really likes to roll around in notes and listen. She's incredible. Lily is so smart and so specific and so productorial. Okay, that could either mean that she's good at selling product, which Mattel, or that she's a good producer. I don't know which. Hopefully we'll be making that at some point in the future. So you're talking about a movie that already has a producer and a star, but it's not being produced. Let's talk about another good one, Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels, so we gotta scroll up. Everybody knows Hot Wheels though. It is literally the most popular toy on Earth. They are little cars. Yeah, so I'm very excited about a Hot Wheels style movie because I'm just imagining like that Speed Racer movie from a while back. Just like all of these cars racing and zipping around with these big orange tracks and loop-de-loops. I'm imagining like somebody in their car going down, slowing down, and then getting into like a big machine with two gigantic foam wheels that just shoots the car at amazing top speeds to actually go like upside down. So what does this say? The top-selling toy in the world will be brought to life in a film that features cars, monster trucks, and motorcycles. J.J. Abrams is the producer and has described the adaptation as grounded and gritty. This is my dark and gritty Hot Wheels take. Brenner tells Variety that his words mean that the film will have real characters that you can relate to that are three-dimensional and have emotional journeys. Again, this is for toy cars going zippy-zappy loop-de-loop, and I think that's fantastic. It was something that was important to him to make a movie that's not just going to be fun and exciting, but has real emotional and real stakes to it. Good? I want the movies to be good. The next one, Rock'em Sock'em Robots. So Real Steel came out something like 10 years ago and was fantastic. My thought with Real Steel wasn't it supposed to be Rock'em Sock'em Robots? So Rock'em Sock'em has been around for over 40 years. This is just boxing with robots. I don't see any way that you could do a Rock'em Sock'em Robots movie that isn't exactly like Real Steel. Which, if you haven't seen that movie, it's literally just robots boxing. That's what it is. Just fucking buy the rights to Real Steel and change the cover art. I don't know what you want. What does that say? The Fast and Furious star, so this is going to star Vin Diesel, will lead a feature based on Mattel's tabletop game of battle robots. I guess it's tabletop. Vin is excited, Brenner says. We're working on developing a script and we're all very excited about it. Yeah, he's excited. We're all excited. Yo, everybody's excited. We haven't written anything down yet, but we know Vin Diesel is going to be a robot boxer. American Girl. So for those of you who don't know, American Girl dolls, each doll has like a backstory. They're all based on like real girls from America. American Girl. So each one comes from a different time period. Each one has their own backstory. Each one has their own book. The books are all written. So if any of the books connect, that's the movie script, essentially. One of the crazier things about American Girl dolls is some of them are going back to like very early America. There's like an American Girl doll whose mother is a slave. They do not shy away from like actual hardships. I think the newest American Girl doll that they created exists in the early 2000s and has like an inflatable sofa. Okay, so it's for the 90s. Yeah, 90s historical figures. The 90s are back with our newest characters, Isabel and Nikki. So, like I said, they come with books. This one comes with a computer. You can get Pizza Hut. Damn. Why do I want this? I'm not gonna buy this. $150? $145 for a computer desk that doesn't even include the dolls, but does have... Okay. Okay, with that alien mug. And I think they're using AOL Online for an American Girl doll. That's hilarious. So American Girl, that could be very interesting. A family comedy is in development based on the world of dolls, content content and experiences that Mattel says helps girls grow with confidence and develop character. Brenner is tight-lipped but promises we have something great in the works, and it's just so magical. Here's one. Magic 8-Ball. Mattel owns so many things, and when I'm done talking about this actual interview, I want to look at some of the other things that they have that I think would make great movies. So Magic 8-Ball, in case anybody doesn't know, it's a small little isohedron steeped inside of a weird bluish liquid inside of a ball. There's a single little lens. You ask it a yes or no question, and then you look through the lens. The isohedron floats to the surface right next to where the little viewing area is, and it answers the question. The Magic 8-Ball has existed for long enough that there are just different styles of it, but the actual 8-ball design comes from billiards and represents the end of the game. So this is like the closest. This is the closest a toy can get to representing actual death, while still being like sold to small children. By the way, if you're curious, Ouija boards are a Hasbro property, and Magic 8-Ball is Mattel. A film adaptation of the Magic 8-Ball will probably be a PG-13 thriller, Brenner teases. That's the entire description, and I think that's great. Masters of the Universe is, this is actually for Masters of the Universe Classics, but it's your basic action figure set. Unlike G.I. Joe or Transformers, Masters of the Universe had like He-Man and Skeletor. All these like figures where they used the same body design and just painted it different colors. They swapped the head out, so Skeletor is still like huge and muscular as He-Man because they used the same body for all of the characters originally. But He-Man and Masters of the Universe and She-Ra, they've all existed for so long, it's kind of hard to say anything else about them. The story around the superhero He-Man, well, okay, I thought we were done with superhero movies. This isn't Marvel. Has been in development at numerous homes over the years. Mattel is still hoping to turn the world of beloved characters into an action-adventure flick that has the potential to explode into a mega franchise. But Variety exclusively reported that Mattel is now shopping for a new buyer for Masters of the Universe after Netflix dropped the project. The property was strapped with millions of development costs from its past lives at other studios, as most recently attached filmmaking duo the Nee brothers and West Side Story actor Kyle Allen. Great. I don't know. Here's one that I didn't know about. Major Matt Mason. Very excited about this. This is great. So Major Matt Mason. Blast off with Major Matt Mason, Mattel's man in space. He dons a moon suit with remote control flexible arms with grasping hands adapted from the official space program. Explore the surface of the moon in a space crawler. Zoom between the moon rocks on a space sled. Space sled is such a fun term. Or soar in his jet propulsion pack. Then head back to base camp to a space station. The dude this is literally what Buzz Lightyear is based off of, and I think that's great. Major Matt Mason is a spaceman. A 1960s futuristic spaceman. I just love the little floating platform with a handle, like a scooter that flies. This kid looks so bored, and in a way, I think I can relate to him. I'm very excited about a 1960s futuristic spaceman living on the moon, starring Tom Hanks. Hanks will star as a Mattel astronaut action figure from the 1960s who lives and works on the moon. I think that's great because Tom Hanks played Woody in Toy Story. Woody interacted with Buzz Lightyear, and Buzz Lightyear is based on this other character that Tom Hanks is now going to get the chance to play. So he is essentially going to be the Buzz Lightyear and the Woody. Oh no! The top performing card game in the world will now become a movie? I don't know if you can call it the top performing card game in the world, but yeah, Uno. Everybody knows Uno. The classic and beloved card game that's easy to pick up and impossible to put down. I could put it down quite easily. Players take turns matching a card in their hand with the current card shown on top of the deck, either by color or number. It says by color, number. It's great. I'm finding typos in the official Mattel website. Special action cards deliver game-changing moments as they each perform a function to help defeat your opponents. And when you're down to one card, don't forget to shout Uno. The first player to rid themselves of all the cards in their hand wins. So they now have customizable wild cards. But what I'm thinking is this is going to be like a Casino Royale. This is going to be like a big heist movie or a big like counting cards movie. They're going to have a wild card character. If they're really crazy, they're going to have like a draw 4 montage where they're assembling the team, but then they have like just the draw 4 logo, have like security footage being rewound, but it has the reverse logo on screen. Maybe each character is associated with a different color. There's so many different opportunities here. This is definitely going to be a loose adaptation, I assume. I don't see how you could do that. The writer is M.U.S.C.L.E. There's like no information. Here's where shit gets fucking weird. Wishbone.
What's the story, Wishbone? What's the story, Wishbone?
Universal Pictures Studio, with a producer already launched, the literary Jack Russell Terrier, who became famous on PBS in the 90s, will now star in his own family-friendly adventure comedy produced by Dumb and Dumber filmmaker. So in case you're unaware, Mattel owns the rights to, I'm just gonna scroll all the way to the bottom, fucking Wishbone? Wishbone. Let your imagination run wild with your favorite dog, Wishbone. The adventurous little terrier takes you on fantastic journeys inside your favorite storybook tales. This clever pup with a nose for adventure will delight and inspire the whole family. Fucking Wishbone. They're making a Wishbone movie in the Mattel cinematic universe. It's so fucking good. If you haven't seen Wishbone, it is essentially just Doctor Who, but he's a dog. And unfortunately, because it was in the 90s, they're not going to be able to use the same dog. Matchbox. So Matchbox, for those of you who don't know, Mattel ended up buying the rights to the Matchbox cars when they were competing with Hot Wheels, and this was sometime around the 80s or 90s, or I don't know. But Matchbox started out before Hot Wheels. They're very similar. They have like little... They're completely compatible. It's like Mega Bloks and Lego. They work together. Now Mattel owns Mega Block. Hasbro originally had Transformers, and Transformers was they were competing with Tonka Toys, who owned GoBots, and then they just ended up buying the GoBots thing, and now GoBots and Transformers are connected. Now Matchbox and Hot Wheels are connected. So Matchbox has all these different toy cars and play sets, and yeah, that's about it. I was actually talking to a Hot Wheels collector a few days ago. Shout out Athena if you ever watched this, probably not. The Matchbox cars are more realistic. These are like real life vehicles. They might have different logos. They're designed to look as close to regular cars as possible. They don't have the orange loop-de-loops and stuff. Whereas Hot Wheels, they can have like the cartoony, like the Reptar wagon Hot Wheel, the Mario Kart Hot Wheel. An action movie will be based on the legendary toy cars that were invented in 1953. So they were around for about 10 years longer than Hot Wheels. So crazy. Thomas and Friends. Just like look at all of these different. If you guys know about like the Brony movement, Thomas the Tank Engine has something very similar. Thomas and Friends, they've been around for a while. It's all these trains with like human faces, and they have some like horrifying children's books actually. If the trains are not useful engines, they are sometimes stripped apart while like being alive, horribly vivisected, and their parts used towards the other engines, or they are wheeled into an area with the tracks removed so they cannot escape, and their entire life force is essentially rendered into a generator for a home. The trains live in this dystopian future where they have to do whatever the train master. They live in a weird dystopia, which actually falls in line with this. Director Mark Forster, the World War Z and Monsters Ball director, will helm a fantasy film based on the children's animated train series, so I actually expect that to be dark. Up next, Viewmaster. So Viewmaster is basically just a toy binocular thing with a little circle, a slider with little squares, and you can click down on the Viewmaster and it moves the square and it lets you view the next slide. Viewmaster has all sorts of different slides, but that is essentially its one purpose. They now have all kinds of crazy things. They have like a VR Viewmaster that you slide your phone into, which like there's no mechanical click to it anymore. Not really sure the purpose of that. Long before VR, yeah, no kidding, it was 1939. Now an adventurous film will be based on the classic toy. That's like no information. Yeah, an adventurous film based on the toy. So really, these Mattel properties seem to break down into a couple of different categories. You have the character studies, which is like Barbie, Polly Pocket, Masters of the Universe. These are the toys where you have like figurines, you have characters. Then you have things like Viewmaster and Magic 8-Ball. Those are like the plot device vehicles. Yeah, I don't know how that works. Then you have like miscellaneous, like Hot Wheels or Matchbox, where they're going to have their own characters, but each character is going to be associated with a different toy. Those are like the three different categories. And then finally, Christmas Balloon, not based on a toy, but based on the true story of when Mattel donated toys to help make a young girl's dream come true after she tied her Christmas list to a balloon and was found by a grieving couple who worked with the toy company to fulfill the girl's wishes. Although very heartwarming, the fact that all of her wishes were for Mattel brands is kind of mildly dystopian if you really want to think about it. Yeah, that's essentially their Hallmark Christmas movie. So those are the 14 movies that they have planned. We go to the Mattel Films Wikipedia page, and we have to scroll down a bit because they reformatted. They had like Monster High, Barbie and the Secret Door, Team Hot Wheels. Like they've had movies before relaunching, but now that they're Mattel Films, like originally they were Mattel Playground Productions, right? So these are all like cartoon movies. They have some experience working with these properties already. But now Mattel Films. So we have Barbie, which that's already out. I loved it. We have the Untitled Barney film, Hot Wheels, American Girl, Big Jim. See, Big Jim wasn't listed on this. So now we have to look at Big Jim. Big Jim is essentially just G.I. Joe. These are like 10-inch tall toys, so these aren't 12-inch tall toys, these are 10-inch tall toys. Made in the 70s, you can tell because that is a fucking crime against fashion. But look at him, he's yeah, he's doing his best. Big Jim was like a boxer. The basic characters, you got Mark Strong, Big Jim, Big Jack, Big Josh, Big Jeff, Dr. Steele. That's a great name. Chief Tankua. I don't know about that one. That's probably not going to be in the movie. Chatty, Cathy, and Betsy, Wetsy. There's no way. Chatty, Cathy. That is a thing. It is. Okay, so this is going to be a combination of two... See, that's what I like about looking things up the way that I do. Okay, so... Chatty, Cathy, and Betsy, Wetsy by Aggregate Films. An American motion picture production. Yeah. So Chatty, Cathy. I believe that is... Yep, that is the doll that talks. So this is, I think this was the bad guy in Toy Story 4? Yeah, with the pull string and everything. This is just the bad guy in Toy Story 4. And I think Betsy Wetsy, this is the doll that pisses itself. I don't really know if those should be in a movie together, but apparently they are. Will it be a comedy duo road trip movie, or will they be fighting each other? Is this going to be like... Captain America Civil War, where Chatty, Cathy, and Betsy Wetsy are opposing forces that need to collide together? Or are they going to work together like Ant-Man and Wasp? Who knows? I don't. I think that got added to this page recently because I don't remember seeing that. Yeah, okay, so we've gone through all of them. Didn't know about that one. Let's look through these, and I'm gonna say things that I think would make good movies. I really want to say Bass Fishing. I really think Bass Fishing would be a good movie. Just like a fishing movie. Just like a movie about fishing. Nah, okay. In all seriousness, you gotta do a Big Boots movie. That's fucking great. It's so good. If Big Boots isn't like part of Matchbox, I mean, look at that. That's so good. They can catapult up and over obstacles for multiple activation points. Can't we all? Always landing on their feet. Their gigantic feet. They're like two Weeble Wobbles connected at the hip. Cubeworld was incredibly popular for a very long time. It's getting like a little bit of a resurgence. These are like little cubes that you can attach to each other, and then the little Tamagotchi stick figures will interact. And they come in various sizes and shapes. Well, not shapes, they're all cubes. Except the bigger ones aren't technically cubes, they're rectangular prisms because they have the same depth as the other cubes. But yeah, you connect them, they have like even more electronics, so the workout one can go to the... See, they had these little like white icons on the actual plastic. So the music note one can sing, the exercise one exercises, I think that one just does graffiti, and then the wrench implies that he does tool things. Dos, easily a sequel to the Uno movie. If Uno is so popular, why don't they make a sequel? Yeah, it's been out since fucking what, the 90s? Ghost Fight in Treasure Hunters? Ghost Fight in Treasure Hunters? Is that not just Clue? I like that the little figurines have backpacks, that's kind of cute. M.U.S.C.L.E, there we go. Here's one. So M.U.S.C.L E, this was Kinnikuman in Japan. We got millions of unusual small creatures lurking everywhere. So M.U.S.C.L E is actually an acronym, which is news to me. M.U.S.C.L E is basically these little like figurines. They're all kind of flesh tone, which is a little creepy, but you get a whole bunch of them. Like every one is like its own design. It's very much a collector mentality blind bag situation. I think they were sold in like packs of 5. The Thug Busters are ready for all challengers. The Terrible Terrible. Do you get it? Do you get it? And his evil cohorts, the Cosmic Crunchers. That just sounds like a cereal. They want to take the world to the mat. This is the main event. I like that one with the 6 arms. But yeah, this was already a cartoon, I believe. Yeah, this was already a cartoon. Ultimate Muscle did pretty good. I think it aired, yeah, Kinnikuman Legacy. So if they did a movie on that, it would be pretty easy. There's already a built-in fan base. You already have a lot of the character designs done in like color. I don't see any reason why this couldn't be done, except for his big lips. Those seem kind of upsetting. Like, it's clearly supposed to be a wrestler mask on the figure, and then they have the figure, like the mask in this skin tone, but then they did the lips in a different color. Like, if you just make the mask like blue or something. It's such a weird design choice. Monster High could definitely be a live action thing, and I say that because it currently is. You guys got like Paramount. The Monster High dolls are just, they're high schoolers, and they're also monsters. I never really got into Monster High, but I know some of them, like that's Draculaura on the far right. The wolf one is obviously Claudine. I don't know the others. I want to say the zombie-looking one is Ghoulia, but that could entirely be wrong. Pixel Chicks is basically just Cubeworld again. It's just Tamagotchis, but these are the different shape ones, and it has some Polly Pocket aspects to it. The LCD screen is that little middle thing, and you flip it up or down, so the actual Pixel Chick lives inside of that little rectangle, and by placing it on the top or the bottom, that moves her to either the top area where, like, they're basically little dioramas. So she's not physically interacting with anything in it, but it shows you physically what the things are. Popcorn Pretties? What is that? Oh, I hate it. Prehistoric pets, pretty simple. Kids always like dinosaurs. Look at that. That is so cute. I love it. That's so good. It looks like they spit water. I mean, prehistoric pets, just the name alone, you could just do a movie where kids get a pet dinosaur. I don't see any way that could go wrong. Power Wheels? Now, hear me out. Fast and the Furious, but on Power Wheels. These are just the oversized car. The dinosaur one is so cool. I want that one so bad. These are just the toy cars. Oh, wait, the Hot Wheels one has the loop-de-loop track built into the Power Wheel? That is some rich kid shit if I ever saw it. You could have cars racing around inside of the car that you're racing around. Like, hey, we heard you like cars, so we put cars in your car so that you could drive while you drive. That's so good. Pulsar, the ultimate man of adventure. He comes alive when you press his back. Okay. His see-through chest I don't know what Pulsar is. This is my live reaction. His see-through chest exposes vital organs. His heart beats. Lungs breathe. Blood flows. Imagine if your doctor described you like this. Lift his face and add a mission disk. You programmed his computer brain! No. No mission imaginable is impossible for him. Pulsar action figure stands 13.5 inches tall, like some other things, and comes with boots and costume, plus 2 mission discs. Jacket has distinctive emblem. Actually bought this jacket patch from Rusty Cage. Says, return to tradition, and it shows a guillotine. I just haven't decided what jacket my distinctive emblem will be on. Pulsar! The ultimate man of adventure! I hate this. This is so good. I wasn't ready for that hinged open head. You activate his vital systems. Holy shit. Pulsatronic systems, biologic systems, and power systems. This is the fucking creepiest shit. Oh god, this is RoboCop. This is $1 Million Man? What's it called? There's like so many different ways that you can make this movie. This is a villain character. If ever I saw one, this would be your Thanos. This is like, because you can just reprogram his brain? No, why does it look like he's sticking on his tongue? This is easily a villain character if the Mattel movies do have like a cinematic universe and they connect, which I really hope that the only thing that they do connect is just Will Ferrell is just like coming in and going like, oh no, more toys escape. Catastrophic! But if they do connect, this is your villain right here. It's so good. They've programmed him to track down the Mattel properties. Just grabs Margot Robbie's arm. Let's go, Barbie. So good. What is Princess Mommy? What's that? The soft, cuddly, easy to hold princess doll is a great first doll for baby. Oh, that's cute. So for her, I'm thinking a movie about kidnapping. This is the Jason Statham of the Mattel universe. She has a special set of skills and a stroller with... Nah, I'm kidding. I don't think that... I'm gonna close this. Come on, where is it? Street Sharks. Hell yeah. These jawsome, half-human, half-shark sea live-action heroes are here to defeat the evil Dr. Paranoid? Like, from the Greek para, meaning fear, and noid being a pizza goblin? Both good guys and bad guys come with their own distinct fighting action, and there's a wide selection of unique, action-packed accessories. Yeah, Street Sharks. I like the shark that comes with a shark-shaped guitar. So, for those of you who are unaware, Street Sharks was designed in the 90s to try to capitalize off of the success of the Ninja Turtles, which is why their toys, specifically their toys, are very similar. They have no leg articulation, which is weird considering half the point of the Street Sharks is that they are walking on land, so you'd think they would have working knees, but no, they have like shoulder articulation. Look at that radical 90s guy on his flying skateboard, the helicopter backpack. Yeah, Street Sharks would be an awesome movie. A jawsome movie. I hate myself. I'm amazing. Stinky the Garbage Truck, where like Stinky the Garbage Truck is apparently part of Matchbox. What I like about Stinky the Garbage Truck is that it pretends it's alive. Like, look at him go. Yee! ThingMaker? ThingMaker. The ThingMaker machine allows you to make your very own toys. So does Lego. The set includes plastic goop in different colors, molds. Oh, wait. Ooh. Ooh. There's a lot going on here. There's a lot of meme potential out of that girl holding a voodoo doll head. A shrunken head, but it definitely feels like cultural appropriation, but it looks so cool, honestly. This should also be a movie. ThingMakers make all kinds of wiggly, jiggly, wonderful things. So it looks like this was originally two different things. You had the ThingMaker boy and the ThingMaker girl line. So the girl one is like doing flowers and shit, and then the boy one is like creepy crawlers. Yeah, that shrunken head though. Yeah. Okay, so what was the name of the fucking robot man? Have her reprogram him with the disc. Tumbling Monkeys? Tumbling Monkeys? You look at the picture, the movie writes itself. The monkeys are tumbling. That's it, that's the movie. Don't let the monkeys fall. Like, I joke, but I would watch the shit out of that movie. What is this? What is this? Tony the Tattooed Man. 45 water-soluble temporary tattoos and easy-use applicator. Tony has 140 square inches off. Mattel, you have typos on your website. These tattoos are safe for kids too. Just wipe it off with soap and water. Oh, holy shit. Holy shit. I need a drink. He loves tattoos and so will you. He's Tony the Tattooed Man. This unbelievable, illustratable, muscle-bound man comes with over 45 water-soluble temporary tattoos, an easy-to-use applicator, and 140 square inches of tattooable skin surface. And these tattoos work just as well on a child's skin. Why is child's skin not in quotes? As they do on Tony's own amazing epidermis. Why is skin in quotes but epidermis isn't? So tattoo you and tattoo him, then do it all over again. Because these tattoos scrub off with soap and water, includes Tony's figure applicator and 3 4.5 by 6 inch sheets of tattoos. Why is he wearing a fucking tiger skin loincloth? Leopard print? Not tiger skin. Leopard print. He looks like... Okay, so... Oh god, this fucking... he looks like Flex Mantello. Flex Mantello is based off of like the Hero of the Beach ads. So this is like an actual trope where people on like the back of the comic ads, they would show off like muscle powder and stuff, and they would always show a guy wearing like leather boots and leopard print briefs. So aside from the fact that no boots, which makes sense because you want more of his skin, I mean, is he really a man if he doesn't have a tattoo on his bare foot? Wizards Wanted? Wizards Want a game of fantasy and strategy. Okay, it's a board game. Good art design? Not sure about the belly button and nipple armor? It's really good art design. If you do an animated film, that'd be good. Whack-a-mole. The new movie for the summer. Whack-a-mole. We're gonna bop the most moles before time runs out. I didn't know that there was a timer. I've never played this outside of a Chuck E. Cheese. Did not know there was a board game. Wheeled Warriors. It's good versus evil. The Lightning League vehicles are mighty fighting machines built to defeat the evil monster minds. Good names already. I've never heard of this brand. These vehicular characters come with their own special built-in weaponry, plus the multiple changeable weapons, accessories, and color comic. Okay, so retro-futuristic Mad Max, that is clearly an AT-AT walker. Yeah, it's just battle cars in Mad Max world. So if anything, you would probably want to include that in the Major Matt Mason, the Moon Man one. Rip Spin Warriors. Is this not Beyblade? Create epic battles for total spin sanity. For total spin sanity? You fools. You should not try to be spin sane. Warriors face off in an arena loaded with battle opportunities and configurations. Me describing the Hunger Games? Place your favorite versus Rip Spin Warriors in the 2 ramp launchers to get into the action. Use the dual spiral overhead battle launchers and activate the flywheels to launch them down the spiral zipline into battle. There's no limit to the excitement. This is Beyblade. This is not Beyblade. What the fuck is this? Look at the Joker! This is not Beyblade. Looks like it's using the 2012 Ninja Turtle designs, which I know seems like a little crazy that I would know that, but if you look, Raphael has a little chip in his armor, or not his armor, his actual shell. And if you look up 2012 Raphael, if I can find a picture of him where he's not covering his chest with his fucking arms. He's got that little chip in his shell. That means that this Ninja Turtle set was from 2012, which makes sense because the Batman and Superman, they don't have their briefs on, so they're definitely wearing the new 52 costume designs, which would imply that Robin is Damian Wayne. Joker seems loosely based on the comics interpretation with a little bit of the Jack Nicholson Joker design. Not entirely sure. Okay, you got New 52 Aquaman holding a little fishy. That's nice. That's nice. He's got a little fishy. We got Street Fighter. We got, whoa! Okay, so that's Deadshot from the Suicide Squad movie 2016? I'm not sure. It looks like some of these are OCs. Like, that's not the Hulk. That's possibly a Street Fighter guy. I don't know. That's not how you Beyblade. Well, my grandfather told me everybody in their heart knows how to Beyblade, but this is not it. I guess they don't know how to Beyblade. That one just says vroom. The exciting vroom mechanism sounds like a real engine motor and can be adjusted to idle, rev up, and roar. It is applied to the rugged and innovative bicycle and tricycle and adds a whole new added? This is just a string and a stick. This is just a string and a stick. This is a little fake engine that makes engine noises based on the wind going through it. So you can hook it up to your bicycle and it makes motorcycle noises while you're riding your bicycle. But if you hook it up to like a toy car and then pull it really fast with a string and a stick, it makes vroom noises. I don't think you could turn that into a movie. Alright, what was the thing? What was the guy I saw? Because now I just really want that to be the movie. What's Shogun Warriors? Invincible Guardians of World Freedom, Raideen, Mazinga, and Dragon are space-age samurai defenders. The giant action figures stand almost 2 feet tall. That's too fucking big, guys. You're selling these to kids. The kids are like 3 feet tall. You don't want the toy to be almost the size of them. They move on wheels and have arms that move up and down. I mean, I guess if you're Imaginext, you can get away with it. There's even mini Shogun Warriors to collect and take with you. Okay, so this is basically Imaginext. Except that is fucking... It's not Mazinger. Okay, so there's this guy Mazinger Z. And we look at Shogun Warriors. It's like, it's a cross between that and the Megazord helmet design. That's what it is. Because it's got like little mini figures that you can put inside. It's the Megazord. Alright, what was the name of the guy? Pulsar. Okay, you gotta do a Pulsar movie. Mattel, this is an open letter to Mattel now. I've looked through all of your different product categories and lines, and I've looked at your upcoming movie projects, and I think that the one movie that you need to make that will really tie in your cinematic universe together is Pulsar, the ultimate man of adventure. And if his head could open up on a hinge on the top of his head during the movie, I will be so happy, and I'm gonna buy like all of the toys. Pulsar.